Hey, what's up, America? Horrifying bullshit outrage out of New York City as New York City seizes a man's home for an unpaid water bill from a previous owner. Yeah, you heard that bullshit right. The city of New York has taken a man's home that he owned outright for a past water bill from the previous owner. So this should piss you off more than anything. So this man is named Fillmore Brown. He lives in Brooklyn, New York, and the city of New York seized his home because of an unpaid water bill from the previous property owner. Fillmore Brown owned this property. He had purchased it, so it was his home. He was living the American dream when the city of New York said, you owe a $5,000 water bill from the previous owner. Obviously, he didn't have enough money, nor should he have ever paid that bill because it was made by the previous owner. So instead of having any common sense whatsoever, the city of New York sold the water debt in a lien sale. That's when Fillmore Brown discovered that his home was in foreclosure and he no longer owned the home that he owned because he didn't pay a $5,000 water bill for the previous owner. The previous owner. He didn't make the water bill, yet he's obligated to pay the previous owner's water bill. Otherwise, he had his house seized. That would be the equivalent of me coming from another state, moving into some house that somebody else had owned. It's mine. I have the deed. And then the city says, we're taking your house because you didn't pay the last asshole's bill. So imagine going into a restaurant, they escort you to a table and you say, I'd like to see the menu. And they say, nope, we can't serve you until you pay the last customer's bill. So we know you came in for a $40 steak, but the last family had $200 worth. So you have to pay that, then we'll give you a steak. And you say, well, wait a minute, I don't have anything to do with these people. And they say, well, it doesn't matter, the bill's there. That's essentially what New York City did to this man. You move into a place that was previously owned, you buy it outright. Oh, but by the way, we're going to seize your home that you've been living the American dream in because you didn't pay a previous owner's water bill. Now, that's not the first time that's actually happened. That happens everywhere across America with water, gas, and electricity. So just for reference to the state of New York, the city of New York City, and other states out there, the person that owns a home is not obligated to pay the debt of another person they don't know. So this man deserves to have his house given back to him immediately. The city of New York needs to wipe out any debt for Fillmore and then come after the previous owner for that said bill. Otherwise, it's an injustice, and we're seeing that right now as this Brooklyn man had his home seized by the city of New York for an unpaid water bill from a previous owner. How the fuck is that even legal? Fuck you, asshole, for seizing this man's house. Fuck that bullshit. I'm calling for a federal investigation into yet another utility, this time in New York City. Do utility companies do anything good at all, or are they just only there to fuck people as hard as possible? And then the city's in bed with them. What the fuck?